Have you ever squeezed a little fresh lemon on your food thinking you're making it healthier? But what if I told you that mixing lemon with certain everyday foods could quietly trigger digestive distress, mineral loss, and even long-term health issues for some people? Most of us believe lemon is one of the healthiest foods on the planet. It's natural, packed with vitamin C, and recommended by health experts everywhere. People add it to water, salads, tea, fish, fruits, and even milk. But here's the shocking part. When lemon is combined with the wrong foods, the chemistry inside your stomach can change dramatically. The result can be bloating, acid imbalance, poor nutrient absorption, and in some cases, even harmful compounds forming during digestion. The scary thing is that millions of people do this every single day without realizing what's happening inside their body. Think about this for a moment. You start your morning with lemon water. Later, you add lemon to your salad, squeeze it on grilled fish, maybe mix it with yogurt or fruit, or add it to tea with milk. It feels healthy. It tastes refreshing. But sometimes the combination of acidic citrus with certain proteins, minerals, or carbohydrates can disrupt how your digestive system processes food. And when digestion is disrupted repeatedly over time, it can lead to fatigue, gut irritation, nutrient deficiencies, and metabolic stress. Now, before anyone panics, lemon itself is not the enemy. Lemon is incredibly beneficial when used correctly. The problem isn't the lemon. The problem is pairing it with certain foods that react poorly with its strong citric acid. And today we're going to uncover 3 specific foods that should never be mixed with lemon if you want to protect your digestion and overall health. Let's start with something that might surprise you because many people already do this every single day without thinking twice about it. One of the most problematic combinations is lemon and milk. This mixture may seem harmless, especially because people often add lemon to tea that already contains milk, or use lemon juice in dairy-based sauces and desserts. But chemically speaking, lemon's citric acid has a very powerful effect on milk proteins. Milk contains a protein called casein. And when acid from lemon meets casein, it causes the milk to curdle instantly. Now, curdling itself isn't always dangerous. After all, cheese and yogurt are made through similar processes. But the difference is control. When dairy curdles naturally during fermentation, it happens slowly with beneficial bacteria guiding the process. When lemon hits milk suddenly in your stomach, the curdling is abrupt and uncontrolled. This creates dense protein clumps that can be harder for your digestive system to break down. For people with sensitive digestion, this can lead to stomach heaviness, gas, bloating, or acid reflux. Some individuals even experience nausea or cramping because the stomach struggles to process the rapidly coagulated proteins. Imagine your stomach enzymes trying to break apart a smooth liquid versus trying to dissolve thick protein lumps. The workload becomes much heavier. Over time, repeated stress like this may contribute to slower digestion and gut irritation. Another problem arises when this combination interferes with mineral absorption. Milk is rich in calcium, which your body needs for bones, muscles, and nerve function. But the acidic environment created by excess lemon can alter how calcium dissolves and absorbs in the digestive tract. When the pH balance shifts too drastically, your body may not utilize that calcium as efficiently. This means that even though you're consuming calcium-rich foods, your body may not be getting the full benefit. Now, some traditional recipes use lemon and dairy carefully in small amounts, and those are usually balanced with other ingredients that stabilize the mixture. But drinking lemon milk mixtures or frequently combining lemon juice directly with dairy beverages can create digestive discomfort for many people. The next food that can create unexpected problems when mixed with lemon is cucumber. At first, this sounds strange. Lemon cucumber water is everywhere. Restaurants serve it. Fitness influencers recommend it. Detox drinks often include both ingredients together. It looks clean, refreshing, and healthy. But from a digestive chemistry perspective, this pairing can sometimes cause issues. Cucumbers contain an enzyme called ascorbate oxidase. This enzyme naturally breaks down vitamin C. Lemon, on the other hand, is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C. So when cucumber and lemon are mixed together and left sitting for a while, the enzyme in cucumber begins destroying the vitamin C present in lemon juice. In simple terms, the nutrient you're trying to consume may get partially degraded before your body even absorbs it. Now, this doesn't necessarily create toxicity, but it does reduce the nutritional benefit you expect from lemon. There's also another digestive factor to consider. Cucumbers are highly hydrating and cooling foods. They contain a large amount of water and fiber that move quickly through the digestive system. Lemon, however, stimulates stomach acid production and digestive enzymes. For some people, this mismatch in digestive signals can cause mild stomach irritation or bloating. The stomach is trying to increase acid levels because of the lemon, while the high water content of cucumber dilutes those digestive acids. This can temporarily slow down proper digestion of other foods in the meal. Think of it like trying to start a fire while pouring water on the flame at the same time. The digestive system receives mixed signals and the efficiency drops. If you've ever felt slight stomach gurgling or bloating after drinking large amounts of lemon cucumber water, this could be one possible explanation. Now again, occasional consumption is unlikely to cause major problems for most healthy individuals, but constantly relying on this combination as a daily detox drink may not deliver the nutritional benefits people expect. The third combination is perhaps the most surprising because it's extremely common in many cultures. Mixing lemon with iron-rich foods can sometimes interfere with digestion depending on the type of iron and how the food is prepared. Now, you might have heard that vitamin C actually helps iron absorption, and that's true in many cases, especially with plant-based iron sources like spinach or lentils. Vitamin C can convert iron into a form that the body absorbs more easily, but problems arise when lemon is combined with certain iron-rich foods that are already highly acidic, or when large amounts of citrus dramatically increase stomach acidity. Excessive acidity can irritate the stomach lining, particularly in people prone to gastritis or acid reflux. When acidic foods pile on top of each other, the stomach environment becomes overly aggressive. For example, pairing lemon with heavily spiced red meat dishes or fermented iron-rich foods may intensify acid production beyond what your stomach comfortably handles. This can lead to burning sensations, indigestion, and inflammation of the stomach lining. Over time, repeated acid irritation may weaken the protective mucosal barrier inside the stomach. When this protective layer becomes compromised, symptoms like heartburn, nausea, or chronic acid reflux may develop more easily. Another factor involves dental health. Lemon is extremely acidic, and when combined with iron-rich foods that already stain teeth, the acid can temporarily soften tooth enamel. This makes teeth more vulnerable to staining and erosion. Many people unknowingly damage their enamel by frequently consuming acidic citrus with meals and then brushing their teeth immediately afterward. When enamel is softened by acid, brushing too soon can actually wear it away faster. The result may be increased tooth sensitivity over time. But the deeper lesson here is not about fear. It's about understanding food chemistry and how small choices influence digestion. Our digestive system is incredibly intelligent, but it operates best when foods complement each other instead of conflicting chemically. Lemon works beautifully with many foods when used wisely. It supports liver detoxification, stimulates digestive enzymes, enhances flavor without extra calories, and provides powerful antioxidants that support immunity. The key is balance and awareness. Instead of mixing lemon randomly into every drink and meal, it's helpful to think about timing and food pairing. For example, lemon water in the morning on an empty stomach can stimulate digestion gently and hydrate the body after sleep. Using lemon with vegetables or light proteins like fish can enhance flavor and support digestion without overwhelming the stomach. But combining strong acids with sensitive foods like dairy or overly watery foods like cucumbers may not always be the best choice. Another helpful habit is paying attention to how your body reacts. Everyone's digestive system is slightly different. Some people can tolerate certain combinations easily, while others feel discomfort quickly. Your body signals are often the most accurate guide. If you notice bloating, heaviness, or acid reflux after specific meals that include lemon, try adjusting the combinations and see how your digestion responds. Sometimes the smallest changes in food pairing can dramatically improve gut comfort and nutrient absorption. It's also important to remember that health trends on the internet often oversimplify nutrition. Just because something is labeled as a detox drink or superfood combination doesn't mean it works well for everybody. Real health is less about trendy combinations and more about understanding how natural foods interact within your digestive system. Your stomach is essentially a powerful biochemical laboratory. Every meal creates reactions between acids, enzymes, proteins, carbohydrates, and minerals. When those reactions are balanced, digestion feels smooth and energy remains steady. When reactions conflict, the body has to work harder to restore balance. And when the body works harder for long periods of time, symptoms eventually appear. That's why learning simple food pairing principles can be surprisingly powerful for long-term health. Instead of focusing only on calories or vitamins, paying attention to how foods interact can help reduce digestive stress and improve nutrient efficiency. Lemon remains one of the most beneficial fruits you can include in your diet. Its antioxidants support immune defense, its citric acid helps prevent certain kidney stones, and its refreshing flavor encourages people to drink more water. But like many powerful natural foods, its benefits depend on how it's used. Avoiding certain combinations can help preserve its nutritional value and protect your digestive system from unnecessary strain. So the next time you reach for that lemon slice, just pause for a moment and consider what you're mixing it with. Because sometimes the difference between a healthy habit and a harmful one is simply understanding how foods work together inside your body. And once you learn these small details, you can start making choices that support your digestion, protect your nutrients, and help your body function exactly the way nature designed it to. Most people think of lemon as one of the healthiest foods they can possibly add to their diet. It's natural, refreshing, low in calories, and packed with vitamin C. That's why you see it everywhere. Lemon water in the morning, lemon squeezed over fruit bowls, lemon mixed into desserts, lemon added to sweet teas, smoothies, pastries, and even sugary drinks. It feels light, clean, and healthy. But there's an important detail most people never think about. When lemon is mixed with certain sweet foods, the combination can quietly create two problems inside the body at the same time. One affects your teeth and the other affects your blood sugar. To understand why this happens, you have to look at how acids and sugars interact in the mouth and the digestive system. Lemon is extremely acidic. In fact, lemon juice typically has a pH between 2 and 3, which makes it almost as acidic as vinegar. Your tooth enamel, the hard protective outer layer of your teeth, begins to soften when exposed to environments below a pH of about 5.5. That means lemon juice alone already places enamel under acid stress. Now imagine adding sugar into that same environment. Sugar itself isn't acidic, but it feeds bacteria that naturally live inside the mouth. These bacteria break down sugar and produce acids as a byproduct. So when lemon and sugar appear together, Two acid sources begin attacking the enamel simultaneously. One comes directly from the lemon, and the other comes from bacterial fermentation of sugar. The result is a double acid exposure that can weaken enamel faster than either ingredient alone. Many people experience this without realizing it because the effects happen gradually over months or years rather than instantly. The enamel slowly becomes thinner, more porous, and more sensitive. Think about how many common foods combine lemon and sugar without us questioning it. Lemonade is one of the most obvious examples. Lemon juice mixed with sugar and water creates a drink that tastes refreshing and light. But from a dental perspective, lemonade is one of the most enamel-eroding beverages people consume regularly. When someone sips lemonade slowly over time, the teeth remain bathed in acidic sugar solution for long periods. Every sip restarts the acid exposure cycle. The enamel never fully recovers between sips because the mouth remains in a low pH environment. Saliva normally helps neutralize acids and repair early enamel damage through a process called remineralization. Minerals like calcium and phosphate in saliva help strengthen weakened enamel surfaces. But when acidic, sugary drinks are consumed frequently, the saliva never gets enough time to restore balance. This constant acid pressure can gradually lead to tooth sensitivity. People often notice it when drinking cold water, eating ice cream, or biting into sweet foods. The underlying dentin layer of the tooth begins to become more exposed as enamel thins. The combination of lemon and sweet foods doesn't just exist in drinks either. Many fruit salads include lemon juice and added sugar or honey to enhance flavor. On the surface, fruit salad seems extremely healthy. It contains vitamins, fiber, and natural plant compounds. But when lemon juice and added sweeteners are poured over the fruit, the acidity and sugar concentration increase significantly. Sticky fruit sugars can cling to the teeth while the lemon acid softens enamel. This makes it easier for sugar residues to remain on the tooth surface, allowing bacteria to continue producing acid even after the meal is finished. Over time, this process can contribute to the formation of cavities, especially in areas where plaque accumulates between teeth or along the gum line. Now let's look at the second part of the equation, which many people overlook completely. The interaction between lemon and sweet foods can also influence how your body handles blood sugar. Sugar alone already raises blood glucose levels. When sweet foods enter the digestive system, they are quickly broken down into glucose, which enters the bloodstream. The body then releases insulin from the pancreas to move that glucose into cells, where it can be used for energy. But when lemon is mixed with certain sweet foods, the digestion process can become more complex. Lemon citric acid stimulates the stomach to release digestive acids and enzymes more aggressively. This can sometimes accelerate how quickly certain carbohydrates move through the early stages of digestion. In foods that already contain refined sugars, this effect may contribute to faster glucose absorption in the small intestine. The result can be a sharper spike in blood sugar shortly after eating. Many people assume lemon slows sugar absorption because acidic foods sometimes reduce the glycemic response of starches. But this effect depends heavily on the type of carbohydrate involved. With refined sugars that require little digestion, the acid stimulation from lemon can instead speed up gastric activity and lead to quicker glucose entry into the bloodstream. When blood sugar rises quickly, the pancreas releases a large amount of insulin to bring it back down. Insulin is an essential hormone, but rapid spikes followed by large insulin responses can create unstable blood sugar patterns. After the insulin surge removes glucose from the bloodstream, blood sugar may drop rapidly. This drop can create symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, irritability, and cravings for more sugar. That's why some people notice that drinking sweet lemon beverages gives them a short burst of energy followed by a sudden crash. The initial sugar rush feels stimulating, but the body quickly overcompensates. This pattern can repeat multiple times throughout the day if someone frequently consumes sweet lemon drinks, desserts, or snacks. Over long periods, repeated blood sugar spikes and crashes can place stress on metabolic regulation. The body becomes less efficient at handling glucose, and insulin sensitivity may gradually decrease. Insulin sensitivity refers to how effectively the body's cells respond to insulin signals. When sensitivity declines, the pancreas must produce even more insulin to control blood sugar levels. This pattern is associated with weight gain, fatigue, and eventually metabolic conditions such as insulin resistance if the lifestyle continues unchecked. Another factor involves how sweetness influences appetite. Lemon has a strong flavor that stimulates saliva production and digestive enzymes. When combined with sugar, it can enhance the perception of sweetness dramatically. This heightened sweetness can stimulate reward pathways in the brain more intensely than sugar alone. The brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. The stronger the dopamine response, the more the brain encourages repeating that behavior. This can make sweet lemon foods surprisingly addictive in terms of taste preference. Think about how easy it is to drink multiple glasses of lemonade or eat lemon-flavored desserts compared to plain sugar solutions. The bright citrus flavor masks the intensity of the sugar, making it feel lighter than it actually is. Because the sweetness feels refreshing instead of heavy, people often consume larger quantities without realizing how much sugar they are ingesting. The same principle applies to sweet lemon candies, lemon syrups, lemon cakes, lemon iced teas, and lemon-flavored pastries. The citrus flavor tricks the palate into perceiving the food as less sugary even when sugar content is very high. This hidden sugar intake can gradually increase daily carbohydrate load, which contributes to blood sugar instability. Another overlooked issue is nighttime consumption. Many people enjoy sweet lemon desserts or drinks in the evening because the flavor feels light after dinner. But consuming sugary, acidic foods close to bedtime creates a unique situation for the teeth. During sleep, saliva production decreases dramatically. Saliva acts as the mouth's natural defense system against acids and bacteria. With less saliva available, acids remain on the teeth longer. If someone consumes sweet lemon foods before bed and doesn't rinse or brush afterward, the enamel may remain exposed to acid and sugar residues for hours. This extended exposure significantly increases the risk of enamel erosion and cavity formation. Dentists often notice a pattern in patients who frequently consume citrus sugar combinations. The enamel surfaces of the front teeth may appear slightly translucent or worn near the edges. In more advanced cases, tiny indentations or rough spots begin to form where enamel has weakened. Another sign can be increased tooth sensitivity when consuming cold drinks or sweet foods. The digestive effects can also show subtle patterns. People who regularly drink sweet lemon beverages sometimes experience mid-morning fatigue or late afternoon energy crashes. They may attribute these feelings to stress or lack of sleep without realizing that blood sugar fluctuations are involved. Understanding these reactions doesn't mean lemon or sweet foods must be completely eliminated. The key is awareness of how the combination behaves in the body. For example, consuming sweet lemon foods with a balanced meal that includes protein and fiber may slow glucose absorption and reduce blood sugar spikes. Protein and fiber delay gastric emptying and stabilize digestion. Spacing acidic drinks away from meals can also help protect tooth enamel because saliva has time to neutralize acids between exposures. Another useful habit involves drinking acidic beverages quickly rather than sipping them slowly over long periods. The shorter the exposure time, the less opportunity acids have to weaken enamel. Rinsing the mouth with plain water after consuming citrus sweet foods can help dilute remaining acids and wash away sugar residues. Waiting at least 30 minutes before brushing teeth after acidic foods is also important. Brushing immediately after acid exposure can actually remove softened enamel because the tooth surface is temporarily more vulnerable. Allowing saliva time to restore pH balance helps protect the enamel structure before brushing. From a metabolic perspective, reducing added sugar in lemon-based drinks and desserts can dramatically lower the risk of blood sugar spikes. Some people choose to flavor water with lemon without adding sugar at all, allowing the natural tartness to remain mild and refreshing. Others use small amounts of natural sweeteners combined with fiber-rich foods so that the digestive impact becomes slower and more stable. The bigger lesson is recognizing that even healthy foods can behave differently depending on how they are combined. Lemon on its own offers many benefits. It provides vitamin C, supports hydration, and stimulates digestion when used appropriately. But when it becomes part of high-sugar foods and beverages, the chemistry shifts in ways that affect both dental health and metabolic balance. Our bodies constantly respond to the chemical environment created by the foods we eat. Acids, sugars, enzymes, and bacteria interact continuously inside the mouth and digestive system. Small patterns repeated daily can gradually influence long-term health outcomes. Understanding these interactions allows people to make simple adjustments that protect their teeth and stabilize their energy levels throughout the day. When someone becomes aware of how lemon and sugar interact in the mouth, they often start noticing habits they never questioned before. The afternoon lemon iced tea, the sweet lemon candy after meals, the lemon syrup poured over pancakes, the lemon dessert served after dinner. Each instance may seem harmless alone, but together they can create repeated cycles of acid exposure and sugar metabolism. Over months and years, these cycles can influence both dental integrity and metabolic regulation. Paying attention to how often these combinations appear in daily life can reveal patterns that were previously invisible. Some people discover that they are consuming lemon-sweet combinations multiple times a day without realizing it. Morning lemon tea with sugar, midday lemonade, afternoon lemon candy, evening lemon dessert. The body responds to each of these exposures separately, producing acid reactions in the mouth and insulin responses in the bloodstream. Reducing the frequency of these pairings can often improve both oral comfort and energy stability. Many people report fewer cravings and more consistent energy once their daily sugar-acid combinations decrease. Their teeth may also feel less sensitive because enamel has more opportunity to recover between exposures. These improvements don't require extreme dietary changes. Often they come from simple awareness and small adjustments in how foods are paired and consumed. Even something as basic as drinking plain lemon water instead of sweetened lemonade can significantly reduce both sugar intake and acid intensity. Adding whole foods with fiber and protein alongside sweet treats can slow glucose absorption and prevent sudden blood sugar swings. The body tends to respond very positively when these balancing factors are introduced. Energy becomes steadier, digestion feels calmer, and dental sensitivity often decreases. These changes happen because the body finally receives meals that align better with its natural regulatory systems. Acid levels stabilize, insulin responses become smoother, and saliva can perform its protective role more effectively. Understanding how lemon mixed with sweet foods affects enamel and blood sugar offers a powerful reminder that nutrition is not only about individual ingredients, but also about how those ingredients interact. Two foods that seem harmless separately can behave very differently when combined repeatedly over time. The mouth becomes the first place where this interaction begins, as acids soften enamel while sugars feed bacteria. Then the digestive system continues the process as glucose enters the bloodstream and hormones respond. Every step of this journey reflects the chemistry created by food choices. Recognizing these patterns gives people the opportunity to adjust habits before small effects grow into larger problems. The goal isn't fear of lemon or avoidance of sweetness, but awareness of balance. When people learn how acid and sugar work together in the body, they gain the ability to enjoy foods more intelligently while protecting both their teeth and their metabolic health.